In the cheerful town of Brooksville lived a lively and curious boy named Ethan. He was in the first grade at Maplewood Elementary and was known for being full of energy and endless questions. His eyes sparkled with curiosity and he loved discovering new things. But Ethan had one problem. He was terribly impatient. He wanted everything to happen right away. Whether it was opening presents before his birthday, finishing his homework in 5 minutes, or answering a question before the teacher finished asking it, Ethan just couldn't wait. He would tap his pencil loudly on the desk, wiggle in his seat, and even sigh dramatically if things didn't go fast enough. "Why does everything take so long?" he would often complain. His teacher, Miss Sharon, had taught for many years and had seen all kinds of students, quiet ones, loud ones, shy ones, and funny ones. But Ethan was different. He had a bright mind and a big heart, but his impatience often caused him to miss important things. Miss Sharon gently tried to teach him. "Ethan," she would say kindly, "sometimes the best things in life take time." "But why wait when we can do it now?" Ethan would reply, bouncing in his chair. One spring morning, Miss Sharon came into the classroom carrying a colorful basket filled with small brown packets. The children watched curiously as she set them down on her desk. "Today," she announced with a warm smile, "we are starting a class garden." Cheers erupted across the room. "I'm giving each of you some flower seeds to plant outside in our schoolyard," she continued. "It will be your responsibility to take care of your patch, water it, keep it clean, and watch it grow. But remember," she added, looking directly at Ethan, "plants don't grow overnight. It takes time, care, and most of all, patience." Ethan's eyes widened with excitement. He had never grown a plant before, and the idea of watching something he planted turn into a flower was thrilling. He promised Miss Sharon he would take good care of his seeds. The next day, the whole class went outside and planted their seeds. Ethan was careful. He dug a small hole in the soft soil, placed the tiny seeds inside, and gently covered them. He watered them just like Miss Sharon showed the class. But the very next morning, Ethan rushed outside and stared at the dirt. Nothing, just the same brown soil. He frowned. "Where's my flower?" "You have to wait," Miss Sharon reminded him. "It's working, even if you can't see it yet." Ethan grumbled, but he kept coming back every morning. At first, he was disappointed. No flower, no stem, just dirt. But he kept watering, and he kept checking. A week later, something amazing happened. He saw a tiny green sprout poking up through the soil. "Miss Sharon!" he shouted, jumping up and down. "It's growing." "Yes," she said proudly. "That's because you were patient and kept taking care of it." Ethan stared at the little green shoot in awe. It was small, but it was real, and it was his. Each day the sprout grew taller, a few leaves appeared, the stem stretched toward the sky. Ethan began to look forward to visiting his plant. He no longer complained or rushed. He observed. He noticed how the sun warmed the soil and how the water made the ground soft. He talked to his plant, and he even pulled weeds away from it to help it grow better. Weeks passed, and then one morning, something magical happened. A small yellow bud had formed. "Whoa," Ethan whispered. He didn't rush it. He didn't poke or prod it. Instead, he smiled and whispered, "Take your time." And one sunny morning, just as spring turned to summer, the bud opened into a bright, golden sunflower. It stood tall and proud, its face turned toward the sun. Miss Sharon knelt beside him and said with a big smile, "Ethan, look what your patience has grown." Ethan looked at the sunflower, and for the first time, he truly understood. It wasn't just about waiting, it was about trusting the process, caring with consistency, and enjoying the journey, not just the result. That day, Ethan took a picture with his sunflower and taped it inside his school notebook. Above it, he wrote in big letters, Great things take time. And from that day on, whenever Ethan felt the urge to rush or interrupt, he would remember his sunflower and smile. Moral of the story: patience isn't just about waiting, it's about trusting the process, caring along the way, and knowing that beautiful things take time to grow.